Beloved South African storyteller Sindiwe Magona is joining me in studio. She has just released her brand new book, Chasing the Tales of My Father's Cattle, and is here to tell us all about it. Hello.
Hi.
It's such an honor to be sitting down with you and speaking
The
about
honor is
your
mine,
book.
really. Thank you for having me.
Now, you were just saying that you wrote this book in 4 months.
I started mid-January, and by the end of April, I knew I was done. Then I fiddled around. By May, it was definitely done. And we started revision.
That's incredible.
I still can't quite believe it myself, actually. And now the challenge is, can I ever write another book so fast?
I know, I think you shouldn't tell people that you wrote it so quickly.
I rather doubt it. Well, the thing is, in a way, it is for me a kind of miracle book.
Yeah. Tell me what you mean by that.
I don't write books that fast. That's why I say it's a miracle book.
Yeah.
But once I sat down and started writing it, I couldn't stop. Every day I wrote. I canceled everything else. I didn't lose friends, but I came this close to losing a lot of friends. But now, you know, they are consoled.
Yeah.
They are happy for me because they can see why I needed, because once to do what I did. Because once the book started pouring out of me, I couldn't stop. Because once you stop, who can guarantee that you won't have interrupted the flow so much you can't get there? You know, it's like swimming. You either go with it. If you stop, you stop. You can't swim in the same river twice.
Now, you said this is something you've been sitting with for a while.
Yes.
That's why it was able to pour out of you
Yes.
so easily. Tell me about the ideas you were sitting with and why you wanted to tell them now.
You know, the idea that women, African women, are kind of protected by custom, by tradition. You know, African women in South Africa were minors until 1994. We couldn't sign contracts. We couldn't inherit anything. If you're a minor, you can't inherit, that kind of thing. The idea was that we were protected, but it's a myth. It doesn't really happen. Once you are a grown person, you are on your own. And, you know, I'll use the example of ilobola. Ilobola is cattle that are given, offered to the family of the girl who is to be made a wife. And the idea is that they stand there. They are there in her stead. And should something go wrong with her marriage, either the husband dies or the marriage, there's a breakup of the marriage, whatever, she's not supposed to be destitute. She can always go back to her birth home.
Right.
And because she didn't abandon her home, she didn't go away in disgrace or go away because of a disagreement, a fight. She can just go back, and those cattle and whatever came out of them, she will always have somewhere to go. The man of her family will always protect her. Doesn't happen in reality.
Yeah. Now, it's very important, I think, to be telling these South African stories, and you've become known for telling South African stories. Do you think as we move on, South African stories and our history and culture are getting a little bit lost amongst the clutter?
There is that. And there is also the kind of obfuscation of tradition, custom, law, and what needs, tradition. Even law, even legal law, formal law, is not man-made, and things can be changed when they no longer work. They may have worked at one point in time, but if they no longer work, they need to be changed. And I am bothered by the coexistence of our stellar constitution and the need for traditional law, the need for traditional leaders. It makes me wonder, where do I fall in? Especially if I were in the rural areas. Am I living under the protection of the constitution like everybody else? Isn't this what we fought for? To be the same? Or if I am a woman in the rural areas, what does that mean for me? I'm not saying we do away with traditional leaders. I'm just wondering what it means for women living under traditional law. Should they? Do you choose as a person under which law? Or if you are in a village ruled by a chief, where are you as a South African?